Going live. Alrighty. Hey, hi, hello. We're starting solo. I'm so lonely. I have nobody. No. Andrew's currently making food. I think for his mom, he said. So, and probably himself, but I digress. I can start alone. Yeah. All right. Ahem. Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I have figured out what I need to do. It seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case. But, in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded. Good prosecutor. I just realized that line. Yeah. I realized exactly this. Yeah. There's some... Yeah. I was completely misled on what exactly it was. It took me a while, but then Andrew was like, you are absolutely overlooking it. It took him a good long while from... I was basically guessing checking for a while. Like, oh hey, what is it that I am missing? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? I went through the whole page of notes. And then it was like, wait a minute. Is it the thing I just got? Yeah, that was the end of last Ace Attorney stream. Anyways. That was fun. I spent 20 fucking minutes trying to figure out what to do. Ugh. You know, today I interestingly learned about shame. This is just a side tangent. Shame and vulnerability, and I was like, I don't want to deal with having to go back through everything because I haven't saved in a while, and I didn't want to just, like, end the stream early on a low point. But, like, I feel like that 20 minutes was just a grinding halt of me not knowing what the fuck to do. Yeah. And just Andrew loving watching me squirm. But also getting irritated that I wasn't doing anything. So that he could see me screw up, you know. Because that's what it kicks off of. I wonder if he's watching at this point. Only one concurrent viewer, it says on YouTube. I know that isn't up to date, but still. Well, up to date, like, properly current, usually. It tends to be a little off, but I digress. Anyways. For not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Good question. You know what I've just realized, though? In looking back through a little bit of, like, my own Ace Attorney memories, and also recently RT Games streams on Ace Attorney, I realized, wow, whenever they point out evidence and stuff, they are intentionally writing it in vague so that people aren't inherently just tipped off to something. It's like, okay, it will be this. You will be expected to try and figure out this. You might be given a couple moments, a couple lines of dialogue to try and look over and think of with, like, clues and stuff. Like, okay, there is something that is missing. In this case, it's like, there's a little bit of evidence that Edgeworth did not investigate with its importance. We now know what it is. We only just learned about it, but it was basically glossed over. Like, what specifics of it are there? Like, just the whole context around it. There's a lot missing, if that makes sense. Anyways, why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Well, it's because Mia is a little Deus Ex Machina, to quote RT, but it is guidance. That's just kind of how these go. Anyways, now that I think about it, I need to turn up the volume on my laptop because I have it low usually for music, but for games usually it's quieter, which is nice, but I digress. All right, I think this time we finally understand everything. No, you don't. Well, Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? I finally know what it is. Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Present evidence. I have an objection, Your Honor. What was that about the weakest That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor, the defense has no intentions of letting this go so easily. You are beginning to sound desperate. And that's why it was a little weak sounding, Edgeworth. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? It was a good line, Mia. Oh, jeez. So you're telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Celeste's suicide note. Take that. That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession until a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, has yet to even be remotely confirmed. So we don't actually know if it was Celeste's suicide note. Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Engard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. Objection! But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. Well... if that was the case... I was about to say, it's possible that Juan could have, but I don't know if he would have exactly in the same specifics. Because only Adrian knew certain, specific ways that it put together, right? If anything, Juan would have, well, the way it was written probably would have shown. But anyways, what? Recall the witness testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Engard. I did no such thing. Objection. Right, if you're going to pronounce the suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Fuck! Objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Oh, it does. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt. It's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Engard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. Who the fuck is shouting that? I think in Japanese and American courts, that person would be pulled out. Jeez. By the way, I wonder if I mentioned this last time or within the past few streams, but apparently something I've learned is that Japanese courts don't have requirements for for evidence to be shared before court between the two sides. I knew that they had the ability to present new evidence during trials. That's not normally something that's allowed in American courts, except during, like, specific further investigation, which is to say that if evidence is found during court proceedings, it has to be mutually agreed. It has to go through a whole process of vetting and stuff. And we sort of have that, but also not really. It's weird. But in American courts, you have discovery. Everything goes through both sides beforehand, so that you have the ability to refute evidence and stuff. You build a case. You literally build a case. The Japanese courts don't do that. That's part of the reason why these games are sort of politically charged in a sense. Like, trial by jury for a long time didn't exist in Japan, apparently. That's just wild. But, that probably does mean that there's a bunch of techniques and stuff that have already developed for playing two juries, and I doubt that means that people are very familiar with how to avoid being played, or how to know when they're being manipulated on a jury, which is just, oof. With Japanese pragmatics, that's going to be interesting. Anyways, these games were made before juries were reinstated in Japan. That's just wild to me. But yeah, the burden of proof is prerequisite. So it basically just means that the majority of cases that go to court wind up being, you know, pretty shitty. Yeah, it means that a number of crimes in Japan are slightly more likely to be unsolved, but the ones that are solved have extremely low rates of, like, I guess, change in status. Like, just, it's strange. Anyways, there are pros and cons. In Japan, a lot of people think that it's pretty unfair, and I can see why they might think so. If someone fabricates evidence, it's pretty one and done. That's the whole problem. Anyways. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Oh, jeez. The fucking mantra. Just saying it a lot doesn't inherently make it the way. Oh, phone? What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Beep. Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him? What's up with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. Just a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. What the fuck? Why does this make me think of We Will Rock You? With just, like, people on the stands just, like, pounding their feet on the floor, like, guilty, guilty. I don't know. We want guilty? I don't know. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh. What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls later. Or, I think that word was after. Oh, well. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Take that. Mr. Edgeworth. Please, you've got to buy us some more time. Court is in session. Fuck you, Miles. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Oh? Okay. Deus Ex Miles. Or Deus Ex Edward. I don't know. Edworth Ex Machina. Edworth and the Machine. Edworth? What is it now, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of your honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe you can, Your Honor. I mean, you can do a preliminary handwriting analysis, and if it seems like it is forged, you will probably be able to tell within 30 minutes. If not, if it comes up merely inconclusive, then you might have to rely on Occam's razor. But yeah. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will take a 30-minute recess, but be advised I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Jeez. Oof. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Right. Well, what's going on with the Miles situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Report. Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right. I don't even know what fucking voices I use for Miles and Edgeworth. Since Andrew isn't around, I could use a clever voice, but I know that destroys my vocal cords, so I'm not going to. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. I don't know why, I just feel like I sound like I have a mouthful of chewing tobacco on one side. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. Dick. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to... I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. All right. Just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What the fuck? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one can stop. I'm... Oh. What just happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? You gotta hurry and call for help. Well, we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Oh my god. Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? I don't know. Fuck. With his cell phone busted, he isn't in a patrol car. Wait, there was just a fucking accident. We would be able to find out by radio patrol. Someone's bound to wind up either seeing it, a police patrol car, or someone is bound to call 911, they see it. Probably. There might be a way. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Wait a minute. He said stuff left behind by the killer. The radio transceiver. If the killer's on the run, he won't be giving up Maya, so he won't keep the radio transceiver. Maybe? Right, we're not in the middle of a mock trial here. Fuck! I guess it's up to me. Alright, I will think of something on my end. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? I wonder if I said something wrong. Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney at Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I'll have to take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Oh, joy to be continued. Oh, good grief. Save? Yes. All right. District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Oh, court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. I feel like Phoenix. Yes, Your Honor. Miles. Oh, Miles. Why do you have that look? Oh, God. Why do you have that look? I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you seem so distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Was the suicide note fucking fake? It actually was fake? I thought that was a bullshit possibility just to extend the trial. Oh no! Oh my god. What? Oh my god, okay. Did the killer not actually be the one to fucking murder the guy? Does that mean this is all for naught? What? Or is this just more complicated? I don't know. We'll see. It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that the suicide note is a forgery. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this is not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Oh my fucking god. Well. It looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, Even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Ongard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that Ongard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Do we have evidence? Of course! He was watching Juan! Present evidence. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's possible for Mr. Ongard to not have known it was fake. Spy camera. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Ongard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Ongard would also have known that the victim had forged the note. Ack! So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Ongard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ongard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ongard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ongard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? It can't be more unusual than the parrot. This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of, who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who would the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? Yes, go on, who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the killer. Oh, Mr. the killer. Wait, Shelley the killer? You mean the killer? Or, I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here, to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well then. The prosecution calls our witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. I was about to say, it was going to... Alright. Andrew's arrived. Oh god. Hello.
Arrived. Late, I notice, and... I
Yes.
was.
Hey, hi, hello.
Let's see.
Um, I will screen share real
Right.
fast so that you know what the fuck is going on.
I never know what the fuck is going on.
Well, you can see it at least.
Uh, it's time to interview the killer in a radio.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Would you like to voice Shelly the Killer?
I guess.
I mean, I've been doing all the voices this whole time. I don't have enough voice range.
You know. You know.
Yeah, I can only really do my timbre and then like the judge's timbre and
That's
the Clover
like,
voice, but that hurts.
terrible too.
And the thing is, I don't have very good ways of doing like different intonation, so like it all still sounds like a differently pitched me. Anyways, um, do you want to read the line or?
Yes.
Are you just quiet right now, or?
Oh, did you want me to read it now?
Yes, please.
Oh, like right now?
Read the line right now, please.
Like right in this moment?
Now. In this moment.
Now, now, like now, or now, like now, eventually?
Now, like now, exclusively now. Please read the fucking line.
Now, like within the time frame of which we are between talking now, or now as in an instant construct of time with which we are yet to completely understand?
Fucking hell. You little shit.
Thank
Uh,
you.
just please read the line.
Do you want me to read the line now, or
We are not going who's on first philosophical bullshit again.
let's do it?
Please.
But can't we? It's fun.
I know it's fun, but like I want to finish this fucking game sooner rather than later.
It's it's funny that you mention that. I think it's really who's on first that it's you know guy, I'm going to New York with you. You know, Brookie Harris, the Yankees manager, gave me a job as a coach for as long as you're on the team.
Okay.
He doesn't have the script. Well, you know, if I'm the coach, I must know all the players. I certainly do. Well, you've never met the guys, so I'll have to tell you their names. I'll tell
Okay.
you their names, but it seems they give these players very peculiar names.
Okay. Well, who's on first?
You are not even remote. Oh my God, that is so out of.
I know. That is the only part that I remember.
You
Like
could pull up the script. I have the script pulled up right now.
fucking hell, we're going through a different fucking script.
Yeah. You literally just look up who's on first script. It's like one of the first things you can click on.
All right.
I feel like doing this. It's fun. I want to enjoy myself in these streams.
All right.
Like anyway. You got it?
Yes, I do.
Are you on Abbott Costello, who's on
Yes,
first
yes.
info? Yeah, okay, cool. We can use our names, just well, guy, I'm going to New York with you. You know, Bookie Harris, the Yankees manager, gave me a job as a coach for as long as you're on the team.
Look, Abbott, if you're the coach, you must know all the players.
Abbott? That's not my fucking name.
Look, Andrew. Fuck.
Thank you.
Andrew Abbott, though.
Yes,
Yeah. Anyways, look, Andrew, if you're the coach, you must know all the players.
I certainly do.
Well, I've never met the guys, so you'll have to tell me their names, and then I'll know who's playing on the team.
Oh, I'll tell you their names, but they seems to me they give these ball players nowadays very peculiar names.
You mean funny names?
Strange names, pet names like Dizzy Dean,
His brother Daffy,
Daffy Dean,
and their French cousin,
French,
Goofy.
Goofy Dean, Dean. Well, let's see what we have on the bags. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
That's what I want to know.
I say, who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Are you the manager?
Yes,
You gotta be the coach, too.
yes.
And you don't know the fellows' names.
Well, I should.
Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the fellow's name.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing.
Who is on first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes,
Well, go ahead and tell me.
that's it.
That's who.
Yes,
Look, you got a first baseman?
certainly.
Who's playing first?
That's right.
When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it.
All I'm trying to find out is the fellow's name on the first base.
Who?
The guy that gets...
That's it.
Who gets the money?
He does, every dollar. Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. Now, what's wrong with that?
Look, all I want to know is when you sign up the first baseman, how does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy.
Who?
How does he sign?
That's how he signs it.
Who?
Yes.
All I'm trying to find out is the guy's name on first base.
No, you fucked up the joke. Read it again.
Oh, all I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base. It doesn't feel
No,
natural for me
what
to
is
read it
on
like that.
second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
One base at a time.
Well, don't go around changing the players.
I'm not changing anybody.
Take it easy, buddy.
I'm only asking you who's the guy on first base.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
What's the guy's name on first base?
No, what's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not talking about him.
Now, how did I get on third base?
I mentioned his name.
If I mentioned the third baseman's name, who did I say is playing on third?
No, who's playing on first?
What's on base?
No, what's on second?
I don't know.
He's on third.
There I go, back on third again. Would you just say, stay on third base and don't go off it? Oh my.
All right, what do you want to know?
Now who's playing third base?
Why do you insist on putting who on third base?
What am I putting on third?
No, what's on second?
You don't know who on second?
Who is on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
Third base. Yeah.
I'm never going to get that together because we're not in the same room, but...
No, yeah. Look, you got an outfield?
Or,
The left fielder's name?
why?
I thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Then tell me who's playing on left field.
Who's playing first?
I'm not... Stay out of the infield. I want to know the guy's name in left field.
No, what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
That worked on my end.
Yeah, kind of did on my end too, so that was good.
Oh, yeah. The left fielder's name?
Why?
Because.
Oh, he's center field.
Look, you got a pitcher on this team?
Sure.
The pitcher's name?
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you now.
Then go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow you're going to tell me who's pitching?
Now listen, who is not pitching?
I'll break your arm, you say who's on first. I want you to know... I want to know what's the pitcher's name.
What's on second?
I don't know.
Third
Base. You got a pitcher?
Catcher.
Or pitcher. Catcher, fuck.
Certainly.
The catcher's name?
Today.
Today and tomorrow's pitching.
Now you got it.
All we got is a couple days on the team. You know, I'm a catcher too.
So they tell me.
I get behind the gate to do some fancy catching. Tomorrow's
You get
pitching.
behind the gay?
I said gate, I think, or tried
sounded
to,
very much like
but
gay,
no. I get behind the plate to do some fancy
also
catching.
is accurate for you. Continue.
I get behind the plate to do some fancy catching. Tomorrow's pitching on my team, and a heavy hitter gets up. Now the heavy hitter bunts the ball. When he bunts the ball, me being a good catcher, I'm going to throw the guy out at first base. So I pick up the ball and throw it to who?
Now that's the first right thing you've said.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
That's all you have to do.
Is throw the ball to first base.
Yes.
Now who's got it?
Naturally.
Look, if I throw the ball to first base, somebody's got to get it. Now who has it?
Naturally.
Who?
Naturally.
Naturally?
Naturally.
So I pick up the ball and throw it to naturally.
No, you don't. You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's different.
That's what I said.
You're not saying it.
I throw the ball to naturally.
You throw it to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
That's what I said.
You ask me.
I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Now you ask me.
Throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
Same as you. Same as you. I throw the ball to who? Whoever it is drops the ball and the guy runs to second. Who picks up the ball and throws it to what? What throws it to I don't know. I don't know throws it back to tomorrow. Triple play. Another guy gets up and hits a long fly ball to because. Why? I don't know. He's on third and I don't give a darn.
What?
I said I don't give a darn.
Whoa, that's our shortstop.
Fucking hell. This fucking bit.
Thank you. Yes, we did just interrupt an entire Ace Attorney stream to perform the classic Abbott and Costello bit, who's on first. What the fuck are you going to do about it?
Oh, God. I don't know how long we just spent on that, but...
I would say probably with all the fuck-ups in the better area, like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, very good, sir.
Lovely.
My name. My name's Jeff. This is the international professional assassin can kill many people. What is your name? My name's Jeff.
Hello, it's Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
You know, de Killer is a French name, so like...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's literally a French movie called Killers, and it's...
Not you.
Oh.
I don't care about you. I'm kidding. No, I'm also playing other stuff because it's what I do. I happen to be playing Death Road to Canada. Did you know today is Canada Day?
Oh, yeah. It's July 1st.
And apparently when you play Death Road to Canada on Canada Day, you can start the game off with a beaver.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
happen to see, like, I noticed something about it, so I go to the wiki to look it up, but yeah, it says it right there. Beavers can be appear at the final mission on Canada, and they can also be recruited at the start of the new game if playing on the 1st of July, Canada Day.
Fun.
And you also get like 255 hockey sticks because it's really Canada-y.
Jeez.
Oh, beavers, Canada's national animal. Good for them.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh,
Beavers were like the primary source of the fur trade for a long time.
let's see. The beaver can only be recruited when playing the game on a national holiday. There's no other way to recruit him, much like Santa, Turkey, Uncle Sam, and Cupid. And when starting the game on Canada Day, regardless of whether or not you recruit the beaver, you will be given 255 hockey sticks in your...
Jesus fuck, that's a lot of hockey sticks. Do they break instantly?
Possibly. But at the same time, it's better to just have weapons, I guess. But, beaver. I love
Yeah.
beavers.
Beavers are interesting. Like, when I was a little kid, for some reason, I had a slight hyperfixation for beavers. I don't know why.
I could see that. Beavers are cute.
They're cute and weird, but cute.
I mean, you can't see it, but I'm doing that, where you use somebody's hand and they're like, why did this happen? And you use your hand to be like, well, look at you. Because you're cute, but you're also extremely weird.
All right.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I guess not.
You don't think you're cute?
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm reasonably cute.
I think you're very cute, but I also know that you're a huge fucking weirdo, as am I.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally just did a bit from the 1930s playing a game that is about lawyering in pseudo California pan with interviewing an assassin through a radio receiver. And if that doesn't say weird, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
Also,
I would say it is more like Japanifornia.
Okay, fine. Japanifornia, whatever.
It is definitely Japan first. Come to find out with some more of the context of this game. But yeah, anyways. Tequila is a French name.
Yes. We got really off topic.
Yeah.
But what else is new?
But back on topic of the Canada Day, they speak French a lot of the time. Or some of the time. It all ties nicely in a nice little bow because the French started the fur trade with the beavers and yada yada. Anyways, Charlie the Killer.
Free trade. I think they just killed beavers and took their stuff, but
Well, I mean, furs.
But it's not exactly like, yeah, hey beavers, we'll trade with you. No, we'll just kill you and take your shit. It's not.
They traded beaver pelts.
Yeah. The way you said it originally, you made it sound like as they were trading with the beavers.
No. Sometimes they would trade with the Native Americans in the area.
Yeah, it's just the way you said it, you were like, they did free trade with the beavers. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
I didn't say free trade. I said fur trade.
It sounded like free trade.
Oh. Yeah, no. That's a different kind of trade. I knew you would hate that.
I do. Hate you so much.
I love you too, bitch.
You bastard, you need help. I'm going to put you in therapy for the sex depraved.
Therapy for the sex depraved? I mean, I have been depraved of sex because of long distance, but I digress. I twist your words, bitch.
I can hang up this phone call right now. You can do the rest of the stream on your own.
Please no, baby. I don't want to be alone.
All alone for you.
I am so lonely. I have nobody.
You certainly don't.
Oh. Not even when I have my fucking boyfriend on call. That's just sad.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drink some water.
Couldn't take that burn. Needed the water to cool out.
It's more so that I have a sour taste in my mouth. Or maybe it's just dry.
I usually have that happen sometimes.
Eh.
Sour candy, so sweet, and I get a little angry. Sour candy, yeah, 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 yeah.
I say.
By Green Sour Candy by Blackpink and Lady Gaga. I actually don't because it's kind of Yeah. Only
What is
K-pop
going
I've
on here?
place.
Do you want to do Miles or no?
You're making me do all these voices. How disgusting.
I mean, it'll only be 2.
Until there's another one, I'm sure Maya's hiding around somewhere, or Mia. And then you'll be like, Andrew, can you do this too?
I can do Mia just fine.
No. I was the one who originally did it back in the day, years ago, when we first started this whole Shania Twain. It's like starts the word shenanigans, but then I used a person's name.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So do you want me to read the lines like now or
Boo, you whore.
like now or like so now is in like in the moment now or getting loser we're going driving now or
In the moment, Get and Loser, we're fucking reading this. We're reading the game now.
right, but do you mean now as in like now how now brown cow or
Now, brown cow, immediately about to knock you down. I was trying to come up with a rhyme.
obvious and you failed.
Yeah, it didn't make sense anyway.
No.
I don't think
So-
it would have made sense anyways.
Now like now or now like now is the winter of our discontent.
What?
Now as in like now or now as in now and in the winter of our discontent.
The fuck is that?
You've never heard that?
I might have.
Man, that's really surprising. Are you kidding? You've never heard that before?
I don't think I might have, but I don't think I've ever heard the origin of that
Damn.
phrase or heard it enough to really know
It's
what that
literally
means.
by one of the most famous writers of all time.
Edgar Allan
In
Poe?
his- Go back further.
Mary Shelley?
Further.
Isaac Newton?
Actually, I don't know if that would be. Hold
Robert Frost?
on. I'm trying to see who was around first. 1643. Older than
Jesus.
Newton.
The guy who wrote the Canterbury Tales?
No, further.
Further?
Actually, hold on.
The Canterbury Tales were written around 1200?
Oh, okay, then newer.
Okay, newer than that.
You're missing someone extremely important.
I probably am.
Like, you should be smacking yourself in the head. You figure it out.
Da Vinci?
Same-esque era?
Michelangelo?
No, I take that back. It's a little further ahead.
What?
A little further ahead than Da Vinci.
Shakespeare?
Yes! Jesus Christ. How did you not
Okay.
get it?
I don't normally think of Shakespeare as a writer. I think of him. Well, I guess he was a writer, but I normally think of him
he's a
in,
writer.
like, the world of theater.
Now shut the fuck up. From Richard III. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the sun of York, and all the clouds that lord upon our house, in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are we brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alurums changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled front,
And now, instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lavish pleasures of a lute. But I that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I that rudely stamped and wont love's majesty, to strut before a wanton ambling nymph, I that am curtailed of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time, into this breathing world scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I halt at them, why I in this weak piping time of peace have no delight to pass away the time, unless to spy my shadow in the sun, and dissent on my own deformity, and therefore, since I cannot prove a lover, to entertain these fair well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain, and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, like drunken prophecies, libels, and dreams, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate, the one against the other. And if King Edward be as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day should Clarence closely be mewed up about a prophecy which says that G of Edward heirs, the murderer shall be. Dive thoughts down to my soul. Here Clarence comes. From Richard III, spoken by Gloucester.
That was a long monologue.
Yes, it was. But that is where from the winter, now that is the winter of our discontent comes from.
Yep. And it was right at the start.
Yep. I could have just said that, but no, I was going to take this goddamn opportunity to teach you, uneducated swine.
I mean, I probably heard that line, or, well, I guess read that line, when we had our unit on Romeo and Juliet. And then later a little bit on Macbeth.
Weird story to teach kids nowadays.
I mean, the main thing is that Romeo and Juliet more so is a story about the tragedy of conflict, but it is the quintessential modern tragedy in that it takes in collateral damage. But we weren't taught that.
It's just weird to me.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet is a strange but interesting tale. I think it works best nowadays as an allegory for, like, shitty country-to-country feuds. Like...
Why? We can just look at the Hatfields and the McCoys.
I mean...
I love the Hatfields and McCoy story.
Yeah.
The country bumpkin in me.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is a lot of people do still quite like Romeo and Juliet because it also works with literary analysis of the Western canon, you know, their beloved fucking Shakespeare. And, like, blatant mention of sex toys. Like...
Sure, you enjoyed that. I don't know if everybody else did.
I mean, a lot of people certainly would have caught those bits back in the day. Like, that fucking play is filled with the weirdest bits of comedy for the modern audience. But when you think about it in its original context, it's like, yeah, this would have been hilarious to hear someone say. Like, the more you look at Shakespeare's work, the more you realize, yeah, the guy was so brazen and full of sex puns. And, like, everyone who thinks that he was pristine and perfect and whatever, like, no, you obviously haven't looked at the fucking comedy of what he's written. Like, a lot of the stuff that he wrote was not pure seriousness. That impunctuated the tragedy even more. Just, anyways. It made his plays enjoyable. And added rewatch value. That's why he was a success. Anyways, rant over. We should probably continue the stream. I bet Edgeworth would have loved the Shakespeare reading, though. He seems the type to enjoy that.
You want me to read it now?
No. I want you to read Edgeworth's line now.
Now.
Please read the line before I reach through the fucking camera and slap your ass.
Oh.
I don't want to damage that pretty face.
Now?
Now, bitch, now!
I do enjoy the simple things in life.
Yes, yes, you do.
Pissing you off makes me queef.
That
Reference.
was a raunchier version of what Divine usually would say.
No, I was actually specifically quoting Jujubee from All Stars 1 talking about Tammy Brown. She's just like, oh, I love Tammy Brown and how crazy. So, something about it is just like, but then she just goes, makes me queef.
Feels like something someone would say about Shangela, considering Laquifa, but...
You're a weirdo.
How is that weird?
As it is. Really is. So you want me to read it now?
I am going to hurt you. Don't make me choose violence. Don't make today the day I choose violence. God. The pacifist choosing violence. Can you imagine?
So you want me to read it now?
Please read the line.
How do you want me to read the line?
In your best Edgeworth voice.
What if I don't feel like doing it?
What if you don't feel like doing your best Edgeworth voice? Then
Yeah,
do
what
like
if I wanna do
a
something
tired
different?
old Shakespearean actor.
But what if I don't want to do that? What if I want to do something completely random and stupid? Your Honor!
Do a cat girl then.
Ooh, Your Honor!
I was thinking more Tabby from ContraPoints, and I don't think she would go ooh woo, but
Well, I have no idea. I don't watch ContraPoints, so...
no. You're missing out. Tabby is actually a very fun
Fine.
character. Very smashy. Although I guess Edgeworth wouldn't be the smashy type. Interestingly, I feel like Maya would be. Wait, does that make Maya the... Does that make Maya the Tabby of this? I wonder if that would. Maya as Tabby would be an interesting little thing.
I understand none of the words that left your lips moments ago, nor do I care.
Oh god. Okay. Anyways, just read the line. However, come up with a voice for Edgeworth.
You want me to read it now?
You already read it. Never mind.
Oh, you're right.
And how can he remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
You want me to read this part now?
Yes, please.
Are you sure you want me to read it now? Do you not want me to read it in a couple of minutes?
Yes, please. Read it now. We don't have face cam. We don't have cameras currently on. Just, I hope you can feel the just death glare that it was just giving Andrew through my voice. I don't know if I'm very good at perceiving at putting that forward. I know I'm normally not good at perceiving it, but I hope that I could at least voice it. Please read the voice line now, bitch.
Like now or
No.
but like now or like now?
Like now.
There's two nows because there could be now as in now, but there could also be now as in what was just now but is now in the past. So which is it? Is it
Now
now
is
in the
in the couple seconds preceding the word now.
But a couple seconds preceding my saying now or your saying now?
Not preceding. Fuck. Following.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it isn't preceding.
Okay. Now is in a couple seconds following.
No, you almost said it again.
Word. I know. I was about to say it again. God damn it. Now is in the couple seconds following the word now.
Me saying now or you saying now?
Me saying now.
Not me saying now.
Me saying now. Me. Guy.
Me? Me?
Me, guy.
Me? A guy?
Fucking hell. Now, please.
I haven't had this much fun in a while.
Good fucking God.
This has been a fun stream. I'm really enjoying my damn self.
Ugh.
Hey, I know people. See, here's the thing. We don't play these games like we do. I think people come here for the entertainment value. There are plenty of other places where you can watch no commentary, just playing the fucking game and, no playthroughs, long plays, whatever the fuck. We're playing the game, but I think people come here for the entertainment value. And I think I give it to them tenfold. So.
There comes a point where I personally like someone's injection of personality into the game itself instead of just side tangents, but that's just me. It's like, okay, there's a point where it's too much. Also, I just plugged in my phone, so that might have made a noise.
I don't think so. I think you're gonna go to a I don't like the same thing almost. I would say Gray's a good example. I mean, yeah, he's playing the game, but I think there's a lot of personality behind there that he doesn't even really need to play the games to do so with, but he does. It's like, see, why don't we do that? We should play Happy Wheels. I want to play Happy Wheels. Let's play Happy Wheels.
Is Happy Wheels still able to be played with HTML5?
Well, how is Gray still playing it?
Old browser emulators?
No, because people are still making Gray levels.
I don't know then.
I feel like, he was the guy who made Happy Wheels was working on an HTML5 version, so maybe it's already out.
Okay, I didn't know if it was or not, so...
Well, I don't know if it is. I just know he was working on it. It might be. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it probably is. The thing is, probably. There were literal years of notice that Flash was eventually going to be deprecated, so...
Which is so sad. Flash did nothing wrong and gave us so many great games and videos that'll probably never see this site. What do you mean, you mean? Don't you mean Flash?
Flash facilitated, a lot of hacked downloads.
Yeah.
And adware and malware. And
but it also gave us...
Because it was very exploitable.
It gave us a lot of great shit, too, so it's like...
Yes, it did provide a lot to the internet. It provided a great framework.
It shaped the internet into what it is today.
I'm gonna only partly agree. Flash itself was kind of built off of it was built off of the existing JavaScript animations and existing JavaScript functions and stuff. It was built into something very big and complex that was very easy to use, which made it a useful development tool.
Forward.
It yes, it thrusts things forward. JavaScript itself, however, was starting to come up with things, but Flash as a plugin, as its own sort of system, enabled some things that that JavaScript didn't have at the time. In a lot of weird workarounds, but eventually Flash was running entirely on JavaScript, and that's when people realized, why do we still use Flash? Because of the fact that Flash had security concerns more than JavaScript, and JavaScript has a surprising number of concerns. And that's still a pretty universal language for websites and stuff, but I digress.
You want me to read this now?
Please.
How about tomorrow?
No, please now.
How about I'll give you a hamburger? No, wait. If you give me a hamburger, I'll pay you on Tuesday.
What?
It's a reference to Popeye. There's a character named Wimpy, and he's a complete cheapskate, and his whole thing is like, he's a fat ass and a cheapskate, and he's like, if you give me a hamburger now, I'll pay you on Tuesday. Of course, Tuesday comes and he never pays him. He's like, well, if you give me another hamburger, I'll pay you next Tuesday. That was like his whole shtick.
Uh-huh.
I remember there was a funny Robot Chicken sketch where he got like the mob killed him or whatever because it was like, need to pay him up, motherfucker.
Next
like,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And then it's like, nope, not Tuesday now. Oh. All right, I guess I'll actually do my job. You want me to do it now, though?
Now, please.
Now, please?
Please now.
Please now. What about...
Please me now.
We weren't 1,300... I don't know. I always forget how far away out we are from each other. What is it, like 13,000 or 1,300?
1,300.
It doesn't feel like a lot. It feels like it should be more.
I mean, you probably don't realize the Earth is pretty big.
No, I know that, but it's like... No, it's... Well, it says it's only 892 miles. I feel like it was more.
Oh. I think actual travel distance is a
Well,
lot
it also
more, though.
depends. Excuse me. Well, it depends because there's like... Because it's like... By car, it says like 892 miles, 12 hours.
Oh.
I don't know. I like how they include buses. Like, that's going to happen. They don't allow you to check the walking distance. I'm like, what if I want to walk all the way there? How long is that going to take me?
I don't think there would be enough continuous sidewalk.
It's fine. I'll just jump on a car.
Jump in a car.
Take me to my boyfriend. Let's go. He's on top of the car like, what the fuck? So there's 3 routes. Yeah, one is about 900 miles. One's 900 miles, and yeah, like I don't know, they're all different. I feel like it was more, but I guess it's not. That's weird. That's suspicious. That's weird. It just feels like it's longer. It feels weird. Because it's like, that's what, 12 hours? And then, but like comparatively, it's like, hold on. And then like, it doesn't make sense, but then it takes like half that time. So I'm driving across, assuming we're driving, I'm going through Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, kind of, possibly Illinois, all the way to Wisconsin. that takes about 12 hours. Meanwhile, it would take only half that time to go through one state from Georgia to Florida. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it shouldn't take, like, you know what I mean?
I think you forget how tall or like how high up, I guess latitudinally, you are in Georgia, and like I guess how far south you would be going to Florida.
It just feels weird.
Things are weird.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Sometimes we have to deal with the fact that our perspective is a little warped in some ways.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Relative distances feel different than absolute distances, and our brains are relative.
All right. Your Honor, it was delivered to me with chemical condition. As long as we do not trace it, Mr. the Killer will testify to the court. Yep.
So this must be that urgent phone call he got earlier. What that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
Witness, please present some proof that you're in fact Shelley the Killer. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
I'm so hungry.
Oh my god, of course. Maya!
A
voice. Ms. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? Table smack. The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer.
That's right, bitch. It's Shelley. Shelley the Killer.
Yeah. It seems like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Gavel bang. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many chances under these circumstances, so...
Now then. Oh.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, there's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida, is that correct? It is as you say, I did kill Mr. Corrida. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. This is all just a bad dream. Oh, that's you. Yeah.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream. Shelley the Killer, what is he going to say? Ooh boy, about my client.
There's something I must first state. To an assessor, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And here's the reason that is the reason I am young today, the witness stand. It's my wish that you cross this coaster before I give you the name of my client.
Mr. Killer seems to be a very clever man. Or maybe just cagey. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. He is an assassin after all.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Mr. Killer is only stating the truth. The truth. The truth. The truth. The truth.
The truth. It's the truth.
It's the truth. The truth. You can't handle the truth. I don't know. Anyway, he's no hypocrite. He's always stood by the one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, there's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collect it. Ah, here it is. I had to start over because I died. Someone has filled your car full of hockey sticks. This must be some sort of Canada Day prank. Something stirs in the giant nest of hockey sticks. A large rodent pokes its head out of the pile.
Mm-hmm.
We will ask Beaver to join. Yay, Beaver! They are gloomy.
Fun. All right. The trust between you and our client?
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. Well, you really shouldn't just trust. You are an assassin after all, but okay. If it too many people in my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so that my clients can trust me.
He basically just confirmed that his client is Matt Ongard with the way that he just said that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. It could be Aiden Andrews. Yeah, that's it. Let's blame Aiden again.
Aiden?
Aiden, Adrian, same difference.
I had a friend named Adrian who would disagree, but...
Oh, I didn't know them, so fuck them. Thank
Okay.
you.
I don't know. Anyways, but couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust?
It has never happened, but if it ever did,
Yes.
that person would be my client for very long.
I mean, he is an assassin after all. He would be either the one to kill you, or, you know, oust you as having hired an assassin after all.
They would certainly.
That's enough. Please, no more.
Very well, it was only hypothetical anyway.
Oop. Hold it. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them.
It doesn't matter to me. The client has already broken the rules and acted outside their prescribed role.
Their role?
Person that tried to implicate another person in a crime in order to save themselves. This is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? Oof.
I mean, the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. Jeez. Seems like Shelley's a little temperamental. Hold it. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. Still have a few things to say, you see. See, you say you see. See, you say you see, say, Susie. Susa. Sammy
Egomaniacal.
Sammy Sosa. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you.
Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra stuff. Just tell us the name already.
Patience, patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. Seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to get at work to get him to talk.
I'm not his therapist, you know. Is it that I have to press all statements? We can air anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients?
I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. Mr. Attorney. Mr. Attorney. No, it's just like the way Mr. Attorney. Not just attorney, it's Mr. Attorney, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Attorney. Anyway, I must state, do you know what the word first means?
Sorry, go on. Well, it appears as one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. That's only because you don't know about Maya's situation.
I mean, he's still an assassin. I don't think you'd want to badger him anyway, but okay, right?
No, yeah.
But, you know, go off, sis. If you want to get murdered, that's your bag.
Alright, so, I pressed on all the statements. I have to present some evidence, I think. Right?
Sure.
Sure?
Sure.
I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. You're gonna have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist. So I have to... Do I have to press on statements multiple times?
I don't know.
I can try. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fashion efficient manner. In exchange, I trust my clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the roles and duty. Oh, these are the roles and duties of an assassin and his client are to carry out. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules.
The person who frames another is the worst kind of human.
And that's why you feel you can betray this person?
I have no trust relations with a client who can't understand their assigned role.
Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? I mean, he's a professional. He wants to take credit for his work, I guess. But also, when you're an assassin, you're hired to do the dirty work for someone. It's a trust thing for your potential clientele as much as it is your actual client. Your current client, I guess. But when you try and pin it on someone else, it's like, no, I took it under the agreement that, like, if they discover that you are responsible, then it's on you. That is an agreement that you have to make between yourself, God, and the earth if you take and hire an assassin. Well, an assassin with a conscience like this. Anyways.
What?
Shelley to Killer line?
Oh, did you want me to read that now?
Who's
Now,
on
now.
first?
No, who's on second?
I don't know. Third!
base.
What?
I said third base. That's what I said.
Oh, I
unless
just shouted third, but...
All right, then. Good for you. You shouted third.
Because I remember that being the bit. Third.
Yes, that is the bit. Well, it's third base, not third, but...
Oh, whatever.
Now?
Yes, please, now.
Now, now?
Now. Now, in the following seconds, in the seconds following, after the next time I say now. Now! You didn't say it during the following seconds.
at the present time or moment, in the time immediately before the present, in the time immediately to follow, used with the sense of present time weakened or lost to express command, request, or admonition. Admonition. Admonition.
Munition.
Used with the sense of present time weakened or lost to introduce an important point or indicate a transition. Sometimes, under the present circumstances, at the time referred to by this time. There's also now conjunction, now noun, now
Now,
which
would you
now are
read
we
that
talking
line
about
now?
here? Now, are we talking about now adverb, now conjunction, now noun, noun adjective, noun abbreviation? And could we talk about synonyms like anymore, currently, nowadays, presently, right now, today, or here and now, moment, present, today?
Now, the command, now.
Because, as long as, because, being, recent example of the word. But now shoppers can wear a green, yellow, or red bracelet to let other shoppers know their comfort level while inside the store. Oh, that's Milwaukee Journal from the 23rd of June. What's that about? I want to know that.
Huh?
I want to know what that's from. Hold on.
Like this year?
June 23rd, 2021. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Let me see.
You mentioned green and yellow?
Yeah.
Those are Packer colors. That would make sense for Milwaukee.
Yeah, but not. Hold on.
For reference, that's the football team of Wisconsin, of course. The Packers. Green and gold, technically, but green and yellow are usually the two colors that people use instead. Because people are usually referred to as cheeseheads. So instead of it just being like classic gold, with most uniforms, it is instead green and a bright yellow, like that of artificial cheddar.
Here we go. Metcalf's Market in Wisconsin is offering color-coded. Hey, I was reading that. Color-coded bracelets for shoppers. 16,000 shoppers make their way to Metcalf's Market in Wauwatosa each week. Some are vaccinated, some aren't. Some are wearing masks, some aren't. But now shoppers can wear a green, yellow, or red bracelet to let other shoppers and employees know their comfort level while inside the store. Metcalf's was calling them social brands. So there's green, which is handshake, still practicing frequent hand washing. Yellow, elbows only, still being cautious. And red, no contact, 6 feet apart, no exceptions. Metcalf's Markets, which also has 2 locations in Madison, ordered 3,000 of the bracelets for each store. 1 week later, they ordered them on June 14th, and 1 week later, they're almost out of stock at many stores.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
My antisocial ass would just take the red because.
Yeah. Sounds about right for you. You are very antisocial.
Yeah.
Want me to read it now?
Please now.
Now? Brown cow?
Now. Please read it now.
Please read it now. Please read it now. Please read it now. Now then, do you all understand my logic?
This case just getting better and better.
If you can't, then I'm afraid we cannot proceed.
Everyone understands your point, I think. Really.
Oh, in that case, I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. I made it crystal clear. We're ready. Just give us what we want. Excellent.
Thank fuck. What is it? No, I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
You can't, then I'll ask. Witness! What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? Person's name is Adrian Andrews.
What? Objection.
Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier.
Oh.
Lay, what are you talking about, prosecutor? I think it's my own client, and it's Adrian Andrews. What?
What?
We are... Oh boy, this can't be.
What's going on here?
My guess is that the killer just stabbed Edgeworth in the back.
That is very funny. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with the court, the killer told him a different name. Matt Engard, perhaps.
I knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived. Anyway, this witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you were the one who summoned this witness.
Fraggle. You Shelly the killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Engard, am I correct? As I do as wished, I must procure his acquittal.
Well,
Oh.
all of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself, the name of his client. Mr. Tequila's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all.
Big oof.
With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Engard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you've reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Engard will be found innocent. Your last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And Engard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
I don't know, can you?
I don't know. Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Prosecution with permission to further question the witness. You're certainly lying under oath.
Hmm.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, that testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
Like, the suicide note may have been a fake. That man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. Juan's death, it's all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. Testimony was it's a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button, donning the Nickel Samurai's costume.
That's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead, or at least one dead and one imprisoned.
No.
If anything, if that was actually the way it was to go around, she could have had Matt killed. Because he was the one who actually killed Celeste. Like, Matt would have been the one dead, and then Juan would have been the one who was on the murder witness stand. Probably. Anyways.
Mr. Wright.
Hmm?
You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Tell them. Help me.
Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide, do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya, or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? What do we do?
What do you do?
Is this a diverging path or no?
I guess you'll just have to find out. But guess what? You're gonna find out later. Because it's time to end the
Well, I can't
stream.
save now!
Oh well. Time to turn off the game and we're gonna have to do this all again.
No, bitch!
Yes, bitch. That'll be so much fun.
Dear fucking God, why?
Why not? Bye, everybody.
I need to... Is one of these wrong? Will one of these lead to a game over?
Maybe.
If I select it and then immediately save, that means problems.
No.
You are a little demon spawn.
I really am a little demon spawn. That's me.
Not even
But
little.
I-
6'3" demon spawn.
Thank you, thank you. I'm a big motherfucker.
Yes, you are. Just imagine what you would be if you had fucking horns.
I would be so unstoppable.
You might
Maybe.
reach all the way up to 7 foot tall if that was the case.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
What was that?
It was me yawning, but also each time I yawned, it got higher and higher and higher. Like,
What are you squirping like a chirping like a bird for? Okay, Coco, you can stop trying to show how you orgasm. Dear fucking God. What is even going on at this point? Okay. We need to end the stream, but I need to make a choice, otherwise I won't be able to save.
Excuse me. Decision. Make a decision. Make a decision.
Fuck.
Decision. Make a 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 decision.
You know what? We haven't seen Matt Ungard fall apart yet. That usually happens, right?
I don't know. Sure.
I think I'm going to request the trial continue.
Okay, let's see what happens. No, you idiot!
Really? No?
No, I'm just fucking with you. They both led to the same conclusion.
Oh, God damn it. Alright, fucking fine. I'll just save and quit here.
Alright.
Yeah, fuck you. Maybe sometime soon. What? No response from that?
But, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Of course you wouldn't. Anyways. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more. I just bumped my microphone. Sorry about that. Hit the notification bell for notifications as to when I go live. I go live every Sunday from 6 to 9. Nice. U.S. Central Time. And then here on the Thursday streams, we go live the majority of Thursdays from 7 o'clock to 9 U.S. Central Time. Do keep in mind that those times are a little, they're like, susceptible to fluctuation a little bit, because sometimes we start late and sometimes we end a little late or end early. Kind of just varies. Things happen, you know. Sundays, I'm going back and forth between Minecraft and Factorio and like maybe other games occasionally. We are pretty close to wrapping up this Ace Attorney game, so we'll be taking a break. We have some ideas of what we want to do after this, although I don't know if we want to start a big game right away after this.
Yeah, I have no. No, we should probably take some time off with silly games or stuff before we move on to the third one.
Something silly and maybe
short. Who knows how long the third game's gonna take, so.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is we can always break it up with like quick little streams in between the cases even.
Yeah.
Thankfully those truncate and separate really nicely. much unlike something big like the Nonary Games Zero Escape series. Yeah. Anyways, that should about do it. This has been Guy Smith, and
You want me to say it now?
the fucking Garfield who wants to procrastinate.
Yep, that's me.
Yep. Andrew B. And we're signing off. Until next time, take care. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye! Say goodbye to the people, please.
Oh, goodbye.
Wow, you didn't ask now.
Oh, did you want me to say it now?
No.